What does the Six Moon Designs Gatewood Cape look like after 10 years of never seeing daylight? Well, it looks as good as new. I just wanted to make a quick update. I have seam sealed the Gatewood Cape. I think that it is an excellent design tent, and I think Gatewood Capes can time travel. Anyways, if you're unsure about the Gatewood Cape, I can highly recommend it. I think that their new version is in sil poly instead of sil nylon. This is the sil nylon version. It has a grommet at the top here where you put your trekking pole, or make sure that if you're going to use a tent pole, if you don't use trekking poles, that you get one that has a fit for the grommet. You can remove this when you're using it as a poncho, or kind of just leave it hanging. Remove some of them and leave it hanging. But yep, this is how you make it waterproof, and you cinch it down with this cinch right here. And my favorite part of the Gatewood Cape, it turns into the pocket tarp, and you can leave it rolled up like that, or you can roll your doors up, of course, but this is so easy to do. I just think that it's a very clever, genius design that you can just slide this easily up the string, to get a better view, or maybe just for ventilation or whatever. And when you're ready, if you need to, you can pull it down. These are the pockets here for your arms to go through when you're wearing it as a poncho. These right here have on the inside buttons where you can clip the tarp itself inside of the clasp there, and that kind of holds the droopy sides of the tarp a little bit better as you're wearing it. At the top here, you can see there's ventilation, great ventilation, that as I just showed you, just put the hood over the top there and cinch it down when it's raining. And there's plenty of room inside here. I'll hop in for a second, but really you can see everything, and I have plenty of room. There's the pocket that it stuffs itself into. It also has this two-way zipper, so you can open the zipper from the top here and do it with one hand. And you can also you can change the tensioner here to adjust the height and equilibrium or symmetry of the tent as you're setting it up a little higher or lower to the ground, depending on how you like to pitch it for different conditions. This is a Velcroed cover for the zipper. If you do get one, you must seam seal them, so make sure you do that. There's the zipper here. Zip the door up and not take it off, but roll it up, and you can zip it down. So for the weight and the packability and the overall design, I have to give the Six Moon Designs Gatewood Cape a 10 out of 10. The stitch quality is overall good for being manufactured overseas. These are the extra tie outs for wherever you're putting your head. And on the inside of these, where I showed you the button clasps, where you can also use that for a tie out for a bivvy. And down here you have these are already, they come tied in 3 knots, and you can adjust the height by raising the trekking pole a little bit and by using a different notch that's set on the ropes for the tie outs. That pretty much details everything. There's maybe a few more technical things about it, but for the most part, it's a pretty bomber mid tent that only takes one trekking pole or tent pole to set up. It's extremely minimalist and ultralight, and just an overall incredible design. You could take this guy and run it through outside of the tent if you want. You might be modifying your pitch and see that it sets up more symmetrical for you that way. This is also the older clip that it comes with. I've seen that the recent ones have something a little different. Well, whatever works. This works absolutely fine. I had this out for the first time seeing daylight. I bought this off of a used gear thread and scored it for 85 bucks. And I had some leftover silicone sealant from previous tent. Use that to seam seal everything up. If there are any more technical questions, I think there's enough YouTube videos that have answered most of them. But feel free to reach out and comment. I will definitely recommend this tent. Again, I give it a 10 out of 10 for functionality, ultra lightweight, minimalist, packability. It hits all the marks. Again, please reach out if you have any questions with anything. I'd be glad to answer. And once again, in pocket tarp mode is what I call it. I love that you can just slide the doors up like that seamlessly. I think that about sums everything up. As always, you guys reach out if you have any questions or comments regarding the Gatewood Cape or anything else on the channel. I have different playlists for different stuff I do on the channel. And if not, thanks for passing by. Leave a like, and everybody take care in your endeavors, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.